you both met at the circus school at Godard in Rotterdam. So why did you choose this school?
For me it was after a long parcours of different kind of things. So first I was in the youth circus in Belgium. I went to the audition in Belgium first, after I graduated from high school. But then I was not accepted and I went to study garden architecture for 1 year. But I realized circus was too important for me and moving. And so you can still find things back, like from the aesthetics which I learned in garden architecture, but at the same time it was very important for me to go back. And Rotterdam was like the first audition in the other year, and for me it was immediately like I felt this was the school I had to go. In Brussels I felt it was more, it would be more of a pressure for me to go there. In Rotterdam I felt more at ease.
And for you, Sophie?
I'm from Rotterdam also. I'm born there, so yeah. So it was like a logical choice, and actually it was a really easy choice because the school just started there, and I wanted to try it, and then it was not too far away. I just graduated from high school, and then I kept going, and yeah.
So why did you decide for circus? I ask you why did you decide for this school, but maybe the most important question is why do you do circus? What does it mean in your life?
I think it was already like from a young age, it just really imprinted. Like the reason why we do circus now is of course very different than back then, but it was just the love for
moving and
manipulating things and like trying to get rid of gravity or to challenge gravity was always like an important factor. Like next to that I also did sports, but it was not a competition that made it interesting for me, but always like the challenge of beating gravity.
Trying to do impossible things.
Are you able to do impossible things now?
They are not impossible anymore.
Exactly.
You're able to do them. They're not impossible.
So would you say that the school was good preparation for the professional career? You practice actually?
Yeah.
I think it's a very difficult question you ask, because any school gives like certain tools, but in the end it's like you have to take the tools you think are important. So any school can give you.
You take from the school what you need, and then you learn also a lot by going out of the school and stand on your own. Because the school is a really safe environment, and to be an artist is it's really different.
The real practice, the real life of being an artist.
I think the fact that it was a new school for us was very nice, because we got a lot of freedom in the beginning, and like a lot of freedom to explore and no pressure. So I guess for that reason it was a good school for us.
Yeah.
Is it a bigger pressure now when you actually practice, when you do your career?
With this performance it was a quite big pressure, because we were like with the laureates of CircusNext and like the European platform, and next to that we had some injury because of this performance, and so this combination of two factors were quite stressful at one point.
Yeah.
So maybe when we are already talking about the performance, as heavy as it goes, it's actually a very unique one. So could you tell me more about the creation, about the process, about the idea of this performance you did together?
So the performance is about labor and physical limits, and I would say uselessness, and going on and on and on, and keep working always. As a human, we always keep going and going and going, and sometimes you go too far, and sometimes,
How many months or years did you dedicate to the creation of this performance?
Well, depends where you see the start. The start of the performance itself was like 2.5 years ago. We went for 3 weeks in a room, and we said to ourselves, if you find the concept here, then we will start. If not, we will wait a bit more. And so we found something, like we had a lot of materials, and then the bag seemed really interesting for us. And we worked on an organic farm with them also before, and weight was always a key element for us since we are partner acrobats, but we are not the typical shape. Like usually it's a tall guy with a little girl. And we always swap, so in school already it was like a difficult issue. But we managed, and then we decided to take this weight element into a performance. And like this we started like half year later to work on it, and then 2 years later was the premiere.
Yeah. Did you work on it only you two, or did you ask someone else to be your outside eye, a dramaturg or a director?
We worked with Geert Parma. He was an outside eye, yeah. Yeah.
But it was quite interesting, this process, to choose the person. Like Geert, he is coming from theater, but he really loves dance. And we invited also many other people actually, but they were either or occupied, or we felt like they were not the person to continue with.
So research is important for you, for both of you.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you have time to practice your artistic research? It's not easy when you tour with your performance.
No, it's true. With this one especially, it asks, like, it demands a lot of preparation if we don't have continuous performances. Like for this one, for example, we started 1 month ago to train already, to be to like train specifically the material we need for this piece.
Don't
but
be injured also.
After in 1 month we have a few more performances, and after we will probably have time to start thinking again.
Yeah, and researching.
For the new one.
Yeah. And also we need to find the courage again to dive into a new creation.